Good morning to all of you. My name is Skoller from the Trader 10 community, and today I'm going to do the weekly forecast for you guys. In this weekly forecast, we try to predict what Bitcoin might do in the future by actually looking what happened in the past. So this week we will be going and taking a look at Bitcoin, XEM, ADA, MATIC, Sol, DOT, and XLM. If you guys want us to look at some of your coins, please make sure to let us know in the comments. We will make sure to look at them in the next video. So let's get this one started. So starting off with the Bitcoin, what has Bitcoin actually been doing? As you can see, we actually were looking for Bitcoin to bounce around here and try to re-achieve or reconquer this 50.6k level. Looks like they haven't tested that level yet, but they might do that with this current move that they are trying to do. So what do I mean by that? What am I currently looking for Bitcoin to do? I can actually let this lost arrow stand because this is still a play that might happen. Now, one of the other plays that I will be looking forward to for Bitcoin is that they actually break out to 49k, test this lower zone right here, or these highs, whatever you want to look at, test them, come back down, reconfirm that this previous resistance has now become support, and then try and reconquer 51k. If we can try and reconquer 51k, then I'm actually expecting some kind of the same movement. I'm expecting them to come back down and retest this bigger support and resistance area with a lot of confluence previously to bounce off that they bounce off there, and then actually try to go for 54k, sorry. So looking for this is the bullish case scenario. What can happen as well is that they get above here, but they go a little bit lower. So they come back down here, instead of that they hold this level, they hold the lower zone, and then you will get some kind of squeeze, because they will probably reject, and then you will get something like this until it breaks out to one of either sides. Now, if however Bitcoin doesn't manage to achieve here, then I'm actually thinking that we might go back all the way to 40k. So this prediction is still valid. This is the bearish case scenario. Here is like a little bit between bearish and bullish, because they can still break to the upside, but they can also break to the downside. And this is the more bullish case scenario I'm actually looking to play as well. So that's it for Bitcoin. Let's head over to the next coin. For our next coin, we have XEM USDT. Actually, it's the name NEM, I don't really know, but I've seen that this was a very requested coin as well, kind of hyped up. So I want to give you guys some kind of technical perspective of how I will be looking in this coin, if it might go down or if it might not go down. What will we do when they do certain things, right? So let's have a look on the lower time frame, and this looks kind of choppy to me. Loads of sweeps, loads of wickages, so damn, that's kind of hard to ride these waves maybe. But what you can see right here is that they actually did a local achievement on the lower time frames. So this level right here might have been achieved. So what I will be looking out for XEM is trying to staircase, right? So go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, and actually make this staircase movement. Now, as you can see right here, we might have some bearish divergence because they are not making new highs. They did make new highs on the candle bodies, and that's why I call this an achievement. So I will still be interested in looking for longs at the 0.55 area. But on the 0.55 area, if they bounce to the upside, I really want them to make new highs. If I see that they're failing to make new highs, I will probably close a little bit more of my long, because then I will be anticipating a move to the downside. If there is a new move to the downside coming up, where will I actually be looking for buying certain support areas? Well, first of all, I will probably be looking at this area again that started this new block. So I'll be looking for this area right here to re-come into this area, try to hold it. If they don't hold this, let me create a new path. So let's say that they come back down all the way from here. They come back down. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's say that they come back down. Let's just say from here. I'm expecting them to come a little bit lower, maybe sweep these lows right here, then go up, and then they'll have to reconquer this support from previous supports. and then they will probably come back down. Depending what they've done in here, they might have achieved something. If they achieved something, I'm looking for them to go up. If they haven't achieved, then of course I'm looking for them to go down. And where will I be looking for them to come down a little bit more? I will look for them to come into this lower zone. And here they will do the same thing. They will just test the previous area that was supposed to be support, then come back down, hopefully create a W pattern. If they don't, then we might actually see a movement to the downside. This will probably depend quite a bit on Bitcoin as well. Now, where will I be looking for a nice retracement if this thing actually breaks down? I will be looking for it at the 0.38 range. So that will be around here. Is what I think will be some nice support on XEM. If things really go south on this one, yeah, I might even look at 0.28. You never know in crypto. Once things start dumping, it really dumps quite hard. So yes, I'll also keeping an eye on the 0.28 if things dump. If they don't, then they don't. But you gotta see the opportunities before they happen. So let me show you the screen one more time of what might happen on XEM, and then let's head over to the next coin. For our next coin, we have ADA USDT. Oh man, this thing has been killing it. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on with this coin. Apparently there's a lot of news, and I'd like to talk a little bit about this. Every time when I hear people say, oh yeah, on Monday the news is actually going to get released, well, what do I mean by that? The update is going to get released. Then I'm always looking for shorts on these coins. The main reason for that is because everybody actually buys in anticipation of the update coming out, but then it's actually not news anymore because everybody already knows it. So they keep on buying until the update actually happens. And all of a sudden there's a sell-off, and nobody gets why there's a sell-off. Well, that is because everybody actually already bought in anticipation of the news. And then when the news actually hits and they don't see their coin going up anymore, they start panic selling, causing a move to the downside. Now, I personally, let's remove this chart and let's make a whole new one. Let me remove this alert as well. So what I was actually looking for earlier was a short on this bottom side, but I was more laddering in my shorts all the way in here. So we will have to see if this short will play out or not. But let's first do a bigger analysis on the lower time frame to see what this thing might be doing. So first of all, as I told you guys earlier, I was looking for a short, and I'm still looking for more shorts if we go higher. The main reason for that is because of the news thing I just explained to you guys. Does this mean that ADA will go down for sure? No, it can still break out to the upside. All right, so what am I looking for out for on this one? As I told you, this was a short play that's currently still in play. So if we want to break that short, what will be one of the plays that I'm looking out for a bull case scenario? I want them to start trading again at a 1.42 cents ish. Then come back down, and this previous shorting area, I want them to actually hold this as a support right now, because there will be a lot of shorters that shorted this level together with me, and they might become underwater when we go all the way to the upside. When they get underwater and the price returns to this area, they will probably want to cover their shorts, causing us to go up. And then it's important for ADA to actually make new highs, so then they have to get above this level. If they don't get above this level, then they might still fail, right? They might squeeze and then come back to the downside, and then it will depend if they hold this higher low or not. So this is one of the plays. If they don't hold higher low, I'm looking for something like this. If they hold a higher low, then of course we will get something like this again. Of course they can pump from here as well. So that's kind of the bullish case scenario, I suppose, with a little bit of a bearish play within there as well. I will be looking out for all of these plays. I love it when there's a lot of liquidity on these coins. Then their price actions are really cleaner. So I love to trade these hype coins. Now, if and only if ADA starts breaking down, where are some okay levels that we can actually look for ADA? I'm actually thinking about $1 will probably be kind of nice, but I don't really like this daily chart because it's yeah, too much up movement for me at the moment. What I will be looking out for is actually this level of support right here. Looking at this move that brought us to the high, this has been retested here, and I don't really want them to lose it again if they come back down. So if I'm in a chart, I will probably be covering well, not kind of heavy, but I will be taking profits here for sure in anticipation for a new move to the upside, probably to the 1.26. So right, so if we go back down here, I will be looking for a retrace, maybe probably a hedge, W pattern all the way to this upside, and then we're nicely hedged and we can see whatever they're doing. Of course, ADA can just go up and create new all-time highs. That can happen for sure as well. So that's kind of what I'm looking out for this week on ADA. So let's head over to the next coin. If you have any questions about ADA or about any of these other coins, you can always come on and check us out on Twitch and ask us some personal TA questions. So let's head over to the next coin. Next up, we have MATIC USDT. We haven't done this one yet on the channel, so I'm kind of curious to look at this one. Haven't looked at this too much. As you can see, just a classic making new all-time highs, going kind of parabolic, so we kind of know already how we want to play this, right? Well, on the daily, there's not much to see on here. So what do? We go onto the 4 hour to get a better grasp of what this thing is doing. I'm looking at this previous high right here, and then I'm looking at some confluence to the right. And as you can see, I think this zone will probably be a good hold. You kind of have two zones. You have like a more bullish hold, and that's this previous all-time high with this level right here. So coming back down, if I can find a W pattern on here, I might actually be interested in buying this, not in anticipation of a new all-time high, but in anticipation of 0.23. So this level. Of course, this will only be if MATIC starts going down. If MATIC keeps on going up, then yeah, we will probably go up and conquer the 0.28-ish levels. So this is one retracement I might be interested in playing. Of course, if we come back down all the way here, I might be interested in playing this as well, but this will be the first resistance where I would be taking profits. And then in anticipation, of course, for this 0.23, and then afterwards, maybe new all-time highs as well. So I think this is a very good case to try and hold. If however we don't hold any of these two, what might actually be the thing to do right then? So let's say we got down all the way to here, and then we finally go up, then I'm actually looking for some shorts in anticipation of the start of the whole move, right? Which is here. This is the start of this whole trend to the upside, and that's actually where I will be watching if the bearish case would play out. So that's kind of it for MATIC already. Very two simplistic plays, well actually three, two bullish, one bearish case. So let's head over to the next coin. Now looking at this, they're really buying it up, so we will see whatever they do. We can only look for certain patterns that might play out when they give it to us. If they don't give it to us, that's no problem, right? We only want to play plans that we know work. So yeah, let's head over to the next coin. So next up we have Sol USDT. For this coin, I'm actually pretty interested. Very nice progression, very nice buy up to the, well, of course, buy up to the upside. What I'm looking for this one is, because it's also creating new all-time highs, as you can see on the daily, is we want to come back down and confirm that things down here have turned into support. So what I will be looking out for is that they come back down, hold this previous resistance or these previous supports as well, then try to make a new high, maybe consolidate here, and then move to the upside. And I will be looking for 15.8, and after 15.8 I will actually be looking for new all-time highs. But this is probably a little bit far into the future, will depend how Bitcoin will be doing as well, but this would look something like this. Coming back down, holding this previous resistance right here, going up, failing to make any high, but holding the higher low, and then going to the upside. Let me quickly turn this to green, because, well, this isn't really a bearish case scenario, it's kind of a bullish case, right? So this is my bullish case for Sol. Of course, what can happen as well is that we come back down all the way here, and then we have to hope that this previous support that we want to bounce off if they come back down has become support as well, and that we can break it. If we can't break it, then we will be squeezing right here, and then it'll depend if we go to the upside or go to the downside. Now for bearish case scenario, I think a bearish case scenario will only happen after something like this happened, and then we won't hold the higher low, and then we will actually go back down to the downside from here on out. So that's kind of the bearish case I'm looking out for Sol. This is like the bullish case scenario, and of course don't forget that somewhere within here we can also break back up to the upside as well. So these are kind of the things I will be looking out for Sol. Let me quickly look if I can find some higher time frame support that I might actually be interested in. Nah, not really. The only real thing that bats my eye is this 0.86, oh sorry, 8.6. And then of course for the very longer time frame, I might actually be interested in this this one right here, 3.9, but I don't think 3.9 will happen very soon, only if Bitcoin really starts going south. And right now this altcoin is looking pretty healthy. I'm really looking forward if this one will retrace. There are a lot of nice opportunities on this one. So let's head over to DOT. Oh, next up we have DOT. It's been a while since we've looked at DOT. Well, we were expecting to test them here and then come back down to the downside, but of course that's in the past. Let's try to look at what it might do in the future. Right now, just looking at this, it looks like they've held the daily very nicely, which is actually very bullish in my opinion. So, well, you had a lot of time to look for retracements down here, buying the lower zone, and now of course taking these profits at the higher zone because you're never anticipating a breakout, right? Looking at this confluence right here. But what I think might actually happen is that we will finally get a breakout, a hold of this level, and then we will be trying to breach this 38k, yeah. If we can breach this 38k, we will probably make new all-time highs. How will this happen? We have this block right here, and I'm always talking about trying to achieve the top zone and holding the mid zone. If we hold that, so let's go up, touch the top zone, hold the bottom zone, and then make new all-time highs. That will be something I will be looking out for DOT. Of course, you still have to buy some DOT down here because then you have some bigger gains. What can happen here as well is that they come back down, a little bit more bearish case, come back down to here, hold the higher low again, and then try to break out slowly, and then finally with the breakout by 236 at 37.5 ish. So that's something I will be looking out for as well. Of course, a forecast wouldn't be a forecast if we weren't looking to the bearish case scenario as well. Going down to the daily, we don't really see a lot of stuff that we can look at except this 18 zone, but that's a little bit too low. Let me go back. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the weekly. On the daily, yeah, they already tested 26.5, so not really interested in that one as well. I think if we really go back down, we will probably sweep these previous lows, and then we will try and find support at this confluence level here at 25.2. So if and only if Bitcoin breaks down, then I will be looking for some interesting buys at around 25.3 in anticipation of sweeping these people out and then trying to hold here with a play coming back to test 30Ks to see if we've lost this support or resistance or not. So that's kind of my analysis on DOT. Let's head over to the next one. Up next we have XLM USDT. It's been a while for this one as well, if I remember it correctly. So let's look at the daily first and get a grasp of what the higher time frames are doing. Okay, so they hold the move that brought us to the high. Well, they kind of swept it. Just swept it. Kind of sad maybe for some people getting stopped out all the way at this bottom, but whatever. So looking at this, if things, let's do the bearish case scenario on this one first. If Bitcoin were to go down, because of course a forecast wouldn't be a forecast without talking about the both the long and the short. So if we were to come back down, I'm looking for the 0.27 ish level for them to find support at. If they, however, start with the bullish case scenario, I really would want them to try and break out of the 0.5-ish level. If they can't do that, then we will probably be making new all-time highs. So what have they done here? They've actually broken out to the upside, found support at the bottom side, and now they're looking to make new highs. Of course, how will this look? They will probably go up here. If they don't achieve it, come back down. They'll have to hold the higher low. If they don't hold the higher low, it'll become iffy. They might consolidate a little bit more and then go to the upside or go to the downside. So this is a bullish case scenario, but of course from here on out, if they don't hold this higher low, this can also turn into a bearish case scenario. So please keep that in mind. So let me make this one red because this will be the bearish case scenario. What's another opportunity or another option is that they actually hold these levels of previous support and resistance, and that they will go up and then just hold this already and then try to conquer this and go back to the upside. This will probably depend how Bitcoin is going to be. If Bitcoin is going to be very bullish, then you will probably see something like this one. If Bitcoin is going to keep on accumulating or distributing, then you'll probably see this one. And if the Bitcoin is going to dump, then you will probably see this one. So this was actually our last coin. If you liked the video, please consider giving us a sub. We do these videos I think 3 times a week. We do a midweek forecast, a weekend forecast, and as this one is, a weekly forecast as well. So we try to prepare you guys as best as possible for these markets. If you haven't seen your favorite coin in this forecast yet, be sure to drop it in the comments. We read all of our comments and we try to then put your coin into the list. So thank you guys all for watching. I hope you liked it, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.